All right, you're listening to KQCK radio station. This is Joe. I hope you enjoyed the last show that we had, Dog Nanny 911, which is going to be every week from now on at 3:30 to 4:30. So now you get to enjoy another fabulous show, The Mark Winsor Show, with co-host extraordinaire Tom Diller.
Am I even on? I don't even have my headphones on.
You are so on.
I am so on. All right. I'm sitting here trying to...
I neatened up all these wires for you.
What a
day. I look at that. I coded them because I know how much it bothered you last time.
But you've got... Oh, yeah, that is nice. That's sweet. You've got to admit, though, it's been a while since I've been running this late. I've been pretty good about getting here on time.
You've been...
But today was one of those days where every client in the world seemed to need me. I had emergency clients left and right. Sent you another referral, Tom.
If you were a teacher, I'd give you an apple.
Yeah. Look at that, my earphones, and then I get here, my ear things are all tangled up. But here I am. Welcome to the Mark Winsor Show. All right. Well, we've actually got some fun stuff going on. It may not be dog nanny stuff, but it's still good stuff. There. Hey, I'm plugged in. I can actually hear.
Well, that's a bonus.
So as I was running out my door, my neighbor was, because I stopped home for a minute first.
The guy that sells the frozen meat?
No. But there was a my neighbor. She was outside. And look, it's not done. My phone's ringing with my one of my attorneys, my law clerk, wanting still business, but he's just gonna have to wait. So anyway, she's out in the front yard. I say, "You're going to be listening to me on KQCKlive, right?" And oh yeah, she says. So
she's like, "Oh yeah, I hear your show
Debbie,
every week."
If you're listening,
AM or FM.
I'm going to ask you when I get home if you were listening. So hopefully, what a great event we had.
You know, I talked to Cece San Diego, who we had on this radio show a couple weeks ago, and she said over 2,500 people showed up.
Yeah,
that's tremendous. And somebody had asked me earlier what made it a success, a number of people. I said, no, not at all.
It was you guys.
Well, yeah, certainly it was Mark and I that they came because of us.
No.
But what made it a success was they helped a lot of people buy homes. And I can tell you, people at Chase and Wells Fargo, they pre-qualified a lot of folks. They had all their laptops set up, and they were just working it and pre-qualified folks. But the amount of people that had no idea about all the grants that were out there. We met some great people from CPLC, Edmundo, Sal, and some of the other names out there. Grace Senart was there. Just tremendous afternoon. We spent we're there at 7:30 in the morning till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I'm usually not a fan of a lot of grants and a lot of government handouts.
Right.
But as I've looked into those that are floating around, at least those that I was looking into when Cece was on,
right,
and then that day, they seem to be pretty fair. They seem to be the money seems to be watched well and spent wisely.
Right. They're on a mission to really make sure that
they're
our community, they're on a mission to make sure people get that money, that need the money,
and that it's used right. Yeah. You know, that's because that's one of the things that bugs me about federal spending, is that they'll put these grants and these spending packages out there and incentives and bailouts and they don't really accomplish anything other than waste money, or they accomplish very little compared to how much money.
Or they spend it just because they have to spend it in the calendar year.
Sometimes.
Right, or it gets swept out of there. That's not cool.
Or sometimes because it's to get somebody reelected, and so they want to get this pet project out there, or sometimes it's to benefit a lobbyist group of some sort, or and those types of things. I'm just completely against. I think it's a waste of federal money. But these funds, at least those that I looked at, they look like they were great tools to help our housing market get back, and to help those who can't otherwise get into a home, but still have to come to the plate and be responsible. Right?
Yeah,
it's not just a
qualify.
handout.
Yeah, they have to qualify, and it has to be sustainable. That's the big thing. It just can't be one of those things where they're maybe good to go until they drain their savings account. It has to be sustainable and long lasting. That's the key to those programs.
Yeah. And with all due respect of one of the speakers there, who we did not interview, you were going to.
The vice mayor?
We weren't going to say who it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, the VM.
Somebody that will go unmentioned, gave this political speech as if it was only, if we were to elect Obama and the Democrats, but these monies have been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's Bush money, actually.
It's Bush money, and it's good money.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's reelect the people that'll keep it in there, but that's both parties. Luckily, on this,
right,
on these monies, anyway.
Right.
I don't think anybody's saying let's take away these housing funds.
No, I don't think so. And the good thing about CPLC, when they can buy houses, or you can go in there and find your own house, or what have you. But the houses that they buy, the first thing they do is make them energy efficient. So folks don't get in there and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the heat going out the window or the air conditioning going out the roof or whatever. They fix those things up for you.
They do, and here I am still texting. I'm still taking care of work. Can you believe that?
He's being an attorney and a radio host
You're
at the same time.
amazing today.
Multitasking giant sitting right next to me here.
Yeah, I tell you though, it's there are just days where there's just emergencies have to be taken care of. You're on deadlines, and you look and you say, "Man, did I really sign up for this profession?" In fact, on the way home, we were talking, Shelley and I, about what really would be the ideal lifestyle.
Living on the beach.
I know mine.
Hey,
that has a lot to do with that.
I picture Joe just sitting around talking on the radio every day and
Imagine that.
eating.
That's what you picture?
Popcorn.
Oh, my
and
God.
cheese balls and
Me
potatoes.
sitting
Something
around talking
wrong.
on the air eating. I love it.
Was it the eating part or the talking on the air?
Talking on the air. You got to admit that's fulfilling. Isn't that fulfilling though? Really?
I almost wonder if it is the eating, because as soon as you were talking about government handouts,
You're talking about cheese.
Well, I
you were
started-
thinking about cheese.
I
You were
started thinking
big
about a grilled
chunks of
cheese sandwich. Yeah, you're right.
I could see you started to smile.
I'm
I
going.
could see that. You were
I'm
very happy.
I'm thinking, I don't even have one of those cheese slicers. It's going to be a big block. What am I going to do?
And when he says cheese slicers, he means like a saw, like a
hacksaw
Yeah,
with,
like a
with a
hacksaw.
steel blade.
yeah, big ones.
First of all, we're distracting Tom. Let me tell you what we've done. When we were there at the Phoenix Home
Buyers
Expo.
Expo.
See, I'm getting that down.
with CPLC,
Yeah, we well, nobody knows what that is, I guess.
Chicanos por la causa.
Por la casa. Do you seriously not have a good accent?
He doesn't. You don't speak Spanish.
Chicanos por la casa.
No,
Oh, that is pathetic.
I don't.
He's on their board. Aren't you on their board?
No, I'm not actually. I just do a lot of work with NARAB and HARAB, which is the I know
Narab
more
and
acronyms.
Harab, those
There
are
you
the
go.
brothers. The brothers from that movie.
Those are my buddies. The Hispanic Association of Real Estate Professionals and the National Association of Real Estate Professionals. I volunteer my time quite a bit. As people know, I seem to be everywhere, and I am.
It's definitely radio worth watching, is all I'm telling you. You can watch me change the battery on my phone.
And I'm trying to keep my hair from getting all messed up like Mark's.
You always look fabulous
it
when
is
you do that, Tom.
business.
Fabulous.
Don't I?
You could have at least told
I
me.
pointed. I went like this. Like, look at the hair.
You guys are killing me.
All right, changing my battery. I don't know why I need a battery when I'm in here, but you never know. I could get an urgent text from somebody and say, Tom, it's your show. I'm out of here. I got to go save the world again today.
And I think Joe's trying to pull up some of the interviews that we did.
Oh, yeah, that's where I was
the
going.
Show.
That's where I was going. That's where I was
yes,
going.
we interviewed folks all day long, all the great people at CPLC, including the president.
The president was there.
The president
Well,
was
there was
there.
other people. We interviewed my partner, Rafael Tirano. That was a great interview.
Interesting stuff about the immigration law and all the
Yeah.
things that he does. So I didn't know you had that at your firm.
Very interesting.
And we
incident.
we interviewed your high school intern. What's her name?
Now, first of all, she probably never listens to my show, but if she is,
So I
you're
can
in
say
trouble.
stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Your cute high
Sabrina.
school. Yeah, Sabrina Perez, attorney Sabrina Perez.
Yeah, she's a.
Oh my gosh,
wonderful
what a
attorney.
little wonderkin! I mean, she must be early 20s, very intelligent, and she
I
talked.
actually-
She smiled when she talked to me. She just loves what she does. So
Do you really think
congratulations
she's
to
early
you.
20s?
What does she
Yeah.
do?
She's an attorney. She's like 12 years old.
She does. So Cassandra
She is.
Cassandra Teisman was an attorney that worked for me for a couple of years, and she is at least at that time, she was the youngest person ever to pass the California bar exam.
Wow.
She's one of those who they finish elementary school at age 3 and they go to high school and they're done by 5.
There's
Doogie
one right now.
Howser.
There's one right now.
Yeah.
There's a girl that's going to CAC. She's 15. Expects 3 masters by the time she's 18.
Who-
I just read about that.
Youngest person
Yeah,
in Mensa, how old do you think?
12.
3. I just saw it on
3.
Facebook. It's on.
The
Just
youngest
saw it.
person, the answer to the what? What
Yeah.
did you say?
Youngest person on
Come on.
enrolled in
No
Mensa.
way.
Oh, you look, if it's on
Enrolled
Facebook, it's
where?
real. If it's
It's
on
not-
Facebook, it's got to
Oh,
be
of
real.
course.
That's
course.
true.
You
I
have
went to a
not-
Mensa meeting
I will
once.
show that to you. I will. He looks like the dude from
Wait. Enrolled in college. Is that what you're telling me?
no, the youngest person in Mensa, 3 years
What's
old.
Mensa?
Come, you don't know what
What's
Mensa is?
See, he's not smart enough to even know.
Here's
what
the
Mensa-
problem. When I went to my Mensa meetings, I never saw anyone younger than 7, so I have a hard time
Why would
believing
I know
you.
that? Mensa.
That's the
I mean, you're
smart people.
Ahab. You're throwing all these acronyms out.
You know, it's
Chicanos por la
the
casa,
Smart People
CPN,
Society
yeah.
over 160 IQ.
What's Mensa stand for?
Why
Does it
would
stand
I
for something?
possibly know that?
I have no idea what it stands for.
I'm going to look it
I
up.
just
I've
know
got
that
my
it's,
smartphone right
I just
here.
know-
Ask
people.
Jeannie. Do you have Ask Jeannie there?
I'm not cool enough to go
I
to Mensa.
do.
I know that for sure. I've been.
Is it a place or a...
No, they meet all over. They might
State
meet
of
at somebody's
mind.
house. It's a group, like maybe let's say like a small group of the Kiwanis or the small group of the, the National
All right.
Society.
I think it stands
of-
for mentally enhanced. Somebody actually knows.
I think it means mentally enhanced people that eat red meat on Saturdays.
That's right. That's exactly what it stands for.
and I do have all your interviews loaded.
Awesome.
I would not have any reason to know that, by the way. But it's interesting, though. Did you know, except for about 4 or 5 classes, as I recall, I tested out of my undergraduate classes.
Now, I know the real story.
Sweet.
Mark is so smart, he actually forgot what Mensa was.
I never...
He has
got so much stuff jammed in that head of
He's forgot
his.
more than we know.
It's got so much. It's jammed in his
Right,
head. It
Mark?
just pops out his hair because it's so jammed up in there. It just keeps pushing up on his skull, and like you can see.
That's why
hair just pop, pop,
you could see him
pops
doing
out of
this. He
there.
was letting the Mensa go
It was
to get
He
that
was.
to get it back down again.
Yeah, I thought it was some menstrual group or something.
Menstrual group, yeah, the menstruals. That's actually a group.
That's what it is. They meet once a month for 5 days. We're not on air, are we?
Was that out loud?
I don't know.
First of all,
Wait,
I've
where's
gotta
that
ask
button?
myself-
Where's that 30-second button?
I've just embarrassed every Mormon out there. I'm sorry. I apologize. My wife is hopefully not listening tonight, or I've got someone to answer to when I get home.
If
Your key's not going to work when you
If
get
she-
home.
I've got to be careful.
If she was listening, I would be seeing not a happy face on the chat either.
I was
you go.
counseled recently that excess laughter is not good, and I probably need to be counseled. on
Oh
that
my
again.
gosh!
I need some counseling then.
Hey, let's do
Yes.
this though. With all of this chat, welcome everybody again. We're going to listen to some of these interviews because they really were good. They were very informational, very helpful.
I think I took one of the wrong files off your drive. This says Amanda's ransom.
No, that's
No,
a name.
no, that's
Oh, I'm like, by the way, I just took one of your kidnapping files.
just as long as it say dancing, late night dancing after 5 shots of tequila. That's cool.
By the way,
we-
it's not going to be original with the FBI now if we play it.
There you go.
But did you bring the pictures?
I did not.
Oh, that's too
What?
bad. Because one of the things Joe
It's on
can do-
Facebook.
All right. So on your Facebook, right?
Correct.
All right. But Joe, you'll play these a couple of times, hopefully.
I
'cause
can still broadcast them off his Facebook. I'm to that technology
they're
level.
on both of your Facebooks too. But let's
What I'd like to do, start with Edmundo.
yeah, Edmundo. He's the president and CEO
But I
of
want
CPLC.
I want Joe while it's playing. I want Joe to go on to Facebook and pop up some pictures
Yeah.
of Edmundo on there. So,
Yeah.
Joe, you start with Edmundo. Everyone, listen. Afterwards, we'll talk a little bit about his interview, and then we'll do some other interviews after that. But again, it was great event with some great stuff. So,
And this event was the
Saturday. It was Saturday.
The 28th, the Home Buyers Expo
of
put on by
April.
CPLC.
28th of April for those who
Correct.
listen to this in 3 or 4 years.
Nice.
April 2012. Well, you never
Yes.
know.
You
At
never
the
know.
Phoenix Convention Center. There was close to 3,000 folks there. And we were there broadcasting and trying to help support CPLC and their causes.
Oh,
That's
and by the
wonderful.
way, just so that the listeners know, if there are any listeners after my comments that I
yeah,
made
right.
earlier,
You're funny,
we're
Mark.
going to look at it. No, well, we had 35,000 at 5:14, but by 5:16, there's like 7 people left on there. If you're still listening, one of the things I did was we gave away a $100. Well, we were doing a drawing for a $100 gift certificate to. Where was it to? Olive Garden.
Sweet.
Olive Garden.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But they had to text free dinner as one word, wasn't it? Wasn't that what was on it? Free dinner, one word.
Yes.
To 96362. So but the interesting thing is it doesn't end till Wednesday.
Oh,
We're doing the drawing
Whoa.
tomorrow. It's a $100
Nice.
gift certificate to, and it's sponsored by my law firm, Winsor and Carreiro.
at the Olive Garden? That's
Olive
like
Garden.
5 dinners.
Four dinners, but that's 4 dinners. 3 dinners depending on who you got with
That's
you.
Thomas' dinner and a few drinks.
I was going to say for Thomas a dinner, and somebody can have the snacks and leftovers.
There you go.
No, it's about 4 dinners, isn't it? Isn't it about $25?
Yeah, it's a very inexpensive place. Great quality food. It's good stuff.
Free
love
dinner.
Olive Garden.
Free
Yeah.
dinner.
Well, yeah, it's a gift certificate. We'll just give them, one of those Olive Garden $100 card.
I
things
want to
that
write
you
it
get.
down so I can enter.
Yeah. Well, get your phone out. You got a text. I'm going to just gave you one, or we let them email. But I don't think that because it was a card that was printed that I wasn't paying much attention to because I was so busy. I think they put the wrong email thing on there. So I finally told them, okay, anybody that wants to just email Mark. No, it's not Mark. What's my email at work? Windsor@windsortorado.com. That's the one they have to email to.
You really
So-
thought I knew that?
No, I don't even know that half time. You heard me just stumble to get it.
Gotcha.
M. Windsor. You know what's interesting, though? Everybody and their dog will put a D in it. There's no D. M. Windsor, no D.
By the way,
at
I
Windsor,
want to tell you
Telato,
something. You're going to be upset with me.
TIRADIO.com. What? You put a D in my name.
No, this is the truth. I found out last night that all of our DJs, remember when I put the new Wanna Sing site, the new KQCK site up?
No.
Well, I changed all our DNS records and everything. I never changed the email for our DJs, the DNS records.
So none of our emails are getting to us.
You have 12 meg of email in your box.
Just waiting for
Brian
me?
Martin had 20. Yeah, just sitting there.
He had more than me? That's pathetic.
Fan mail.
Come on, clients.
I think a lot of people were
Clients,
just shooting like empty emails to him just so because he was like, shoot me anything. So you know what I mean.
All right, we need more of you to send emails to me and not Brian Martin. So
Let's
come on.
get Edmundo.
All right, get Edmundo started.
I've never played a file of this size. Let's hope it works.
Oh, well, now this will be interesting.
We're gonna find out.
All this fancy equipment.
It
really didn't work.
All right, while you're playing with that, we've got a new listener.
Oh, it really didn't work.
No?
Wait.
Are you ready to start taking control?
That's not the
We're
right
gonna try
file.
Edmundo again. Wait, one more time for Edmundo. What is going on here? See,
Go
this
Ed.
just gets thrown at me. So
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
excuses,
please,
brother.
Edmundo, please work. You did not encode this correctly. That I'm 100% sure of.
What do you mean, Cody? He just converted it from a WAV file
All right,
to...
well, you know what? I don't give up that easy.
Well, let me
So just
ask you
keep
this.
talking, because I'm going to put it on the top one then.
Is it easier to do a WAV file or MP3 file?
I can make it happen.
Because I've got the...
You've got the WAV files. I've got it on my computer right here. If you want to just stick the microphone up to the computer.
No. We're really okay with not doing that. All right, so you guys just keep talking, or we're going to have dead air here.
But you know what's interesting is I may not have the... I do. No, I don't.
I think I can do this as quick as you
There we
can pull
go.
that out.
Do it.
By the way, why is everybody so afraid of dead air on the radio?
Because it's not a good thing.
It is a good thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it gives people the time to reflect and meditate.
Run to the bathroom
The,
or something.
on this purple drive, we have the WAV files, if that makes it easier.
You want me to try the waves? We
Yeah,
can try the
it's
waves and
under-
see if they wave in properly.
Now, it's not under my kidnap file. It's under the...
Are they like 80 meg a piece? Because waves are huge.
yeah, it's huge.
Oh, yeah, here.
It's more than 80.
It's not going to work.
So since there's
That's okay. No, I'll put it on the other one. That's all right. We're going to get it going here in just a second here.
what did the dog whisperer say about your dog? Is he happy?
No, you got to
Is
talk
he
to me,
okay?
not him. You're distracting him.
You see, I can never get Edmundo
He can't
on if we
multitask.
talk.
He's like, what? What are you doing? Leave me alone.
Well, this is a serious multitasking project.
What do you
I mean,
think the dog whisperer said about Joe's dog, Mark?
Unfortunately, I already know they said it was good to bring him in from Oklahoma, even though I think that's unwise. Hey, let's look at, though, since we're talking about this Home Buyers Expo,
Uh huh.
did I see in one of the... Now, again, I've got to admit today, I was just glancing at all that stuff coming by emails and Facebook
Uh-huh.
and stuff. I was so busy. But did I see something fire up that there's another event coming up with Chicanos Por La Casa?
You know,
Or,
I saw
Cinco-
that when I
Cinco de
walked
Mayo?
into here, actually, and I didn't really look at it. But
Do you know
they have
anything about it?
events.
All
They
right.
have smaller events all the time.
But there's one they're promoting. So let's just say this: if any of you are out there from Cinco de Mayo, no, not from Cinco de Mayo, from Chicano Por La Casa, and you have information on the Cinco de Mayo event, feel free to call in and get it out to our listeners.
Now, I know there's a golf tournament on Cinco de Mayo, so that's what
Maybe
you
that's
might be
it.
thinking about. That's the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, NARAB. And that's Grace Center. We have her interview also, which is on the MP3 file that I provided Joe a second ago that he's unable to possibly open.
that
Maybe,
you encoded wrong.
and that I encoded as MP3 and a half or
Yeah,
something.
right.
I don't know. But so yeah, did I test these files when I downloaded them? The answer is no.
The answer is N-O.
No, actually, I listened to Gray's, and it sounded very nice. So I'm not sure what's going on here.
So I got home from Costa Rica to find a message in my Facebook from my brother-in-law that I could have stayed at his condo for $15 a day.
Well, that was foresight. Why did he call you after you got back? Because he really didn't want you staying there.
Did you even know he had a condo? So
No.
you didn't even know he had a condo there. Your
I
brother.
didn't know we were there. Actually, I could only access the internet for about evenings when I was at the hotel, right? Because otherwise we were out and about and I didn't have internet access. So I'd quickly log in and take care of as much business as I could and stuff like that. Well, after about the second or third day, I posted. He had left me a message about something else, so I'd answered him and said, "By the way, I'm in Costa Rica." Well, by the time he answered, it was the next day again, right? And then I just didn't see it.
And you knew you had a brother-in-law.
I did know I had a brother-in-law.
Okay.
So is that invitation out for anybody sitting here at this table?
I don't know.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hooking you up, Joe.
Nice. Because I decided not to go with Mark. We were going to go, right?
We're going to go because we had,
was
we had
that
a
out-
plan. We had a
you know
big
what,
plan.
so-
Remember that
just
plan
kidding.
we had? Yeah, big plan.
But we may go again, Joe.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you say that, but in fact, you focus on the files. We're talking over here.
Joe,
Wow.
we're going to go, and I'm going to show you how to surf. Can you see Joe surfing? He's like a bologna sandwich in one hand, and he's surfing and pounding.
You know what? What is up with the bologna
I don't know,
sandwiches
man.
and
I
all this
just
stuff
come in
today?
here, I think of food.
All right. I understand.
I'm going to find a pink slip in the mail tomorrow that I'm
I'm
fired.
so
from my
nice
talk
to
show.
Tom. I'm like, hey, Tom, I got you a whole new variety of food and snacks on the counter, and he throws a bologna sandwich at me while we're on the air.
Oh,
Sweet.
really?
Nice.
Well, I've got good news. In 7 more minutes, you can take a break and play some commercials if we can think of wonderful things to talk about. This is odd. We haven't had a show like this for a while, so let's think. What do you think our listeners want us to talk about?
Well, let's hear
Since we're
Edmundo.
trying to get-
Don't you
can't
wanna
get
hear
on-
him?
You can't get it to work.
Well, let's see.
See, question marks. Don't know what that means, by the way.
Improper
a thing.
encoding.
I don't hear a thing.
Well, all right, let's talk about the fiasco of refinancing.
Okay.
See that dead air?
Yeah, this is not happening today. Edmundo's going to be the next show.
So
Because it really isn't encoded right. I
I was-
swear to you.
don't swear.
Okay,
It's
and
not
the
nice.
wave won't work, so that's no problem. We'll talk about refinancing.
Refinancing. Holy criminy. So I've got we'll call him a close friend, who, they're close.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Are you sure you want to talk about this on air?
Yes, I'm so mad. Do you realize that right before, the closing was on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And I was told all month long, yeah, it's mine, all month long not to make the mortgage payment because it would be refinanced
Yeah.
in and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Papers weren't delivered till Friday.
Right.
And so I get this message, a text message, and an email, at the last minute.
Don't go 31 days past due.
That's right. So I got to make this stupid payment. I got to scramble, and it'll be reimbursed in a couple of weeks. Now, here's the odd thing: the company that I have to pay to is Wells Fargo. The new company we were financing with,
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. Is that the dumbest thing?
No,
that I had
it's
to
not. It's not
scramble?
because you went through a wholesale broker that probably got you better pricing than Wells Fargo can get you themselves. Correct?
That's right, with Wells Fargo.
Yeah,
They're the ones
yeah,
that drug.
yeah,
And they drug
yeah.
their feet for two flipping. Yeah, I was livid.
Yeah.
They drug their feet for 2 months of us jumping through hoops, running around naked to get this loan, and then at the last minute find out I've got to run and scramble, leave my clientele, get to the bank, and make a stupid mortgage payment. It was a nightmare.
I just figured something out.
Just to
And
get it
you probably
reimbursed.
don't even know this. I'm going to teach you something right now. I have a friend who quit Wells Fargo and went to work for Wells Fargo. There must be 2 of them named the same thing.
That's dumb.
I'm out of here.
That's dumb.
Bunch of different
kidding.
divisions.
That's dumb. Not you, dumb. That's
Yeah.
dumb.
Was it Tom?
So I'm doing a short sell that I'm negotiating, and there's a first and a second. And the first and the second were negotiating how much money would the first lender pay to the second lender. I'm not lying. And what's funny about it is that first the second lender was putting their foot down and saying, I want $7,500, and this first lender was saying, we're only going to give you $3,000. So finally they just go off into their digital corner to work it out, and finally they worked out $7,300 that the first would give the. It's the same lender.
That's
I'm not
weird.
joking.
Yeah, was it an 80-20, so it was purchase money, or was it a...
Same lender. It's irrelevant.
Well, no. Was
They
it,
probably sold. They probably
is there a
sold it
deficiency
to-
involved? Yeah, I'm learning from you. Was there a deficiency involved in that second mortgage? If not, couldn't you have just threatened that we're going to go to foreclosure and you get nothing?
Sure, and they did work it out. But what's funny is
Yeah.
the same lender, right? You
All
got
right.
lender A working with lender A, and they had to negotiate over it. That just seems silly. Now, what may have happened? So, in all fairness, because I just thought that was weird, it may have been that one of the loans was only being serviced by them while they owned the other. That's
There you go.
possible.
There you go.
But still, it's odd. Don't you think it's odd? It's got to be some
think
kind of
it's very,
conflict.
very
Extremely
odd.
odd. So did you click on all those other MP3s I gave you there, Joe?
No. But it's ironic that they're exactly 13 minutes apiece.
Oh, that is.
Uh-oh.
And none of them were 13 minutes.
You are encoding wrong.
None of them were. Well, he doesn't know what encoding
I
is.
just press a button. It just
Yeah, they're
says
all exactly
convert,
13 minutes.
And I said convert.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just refix them.
No problem.
Okay.
Well,
From Mark's Waves.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do this then. Let's go ahead and do the commercial break. Everybody join us. We're going to have cool stuff to talk about. Since we thought we were doing this, it's going to take us a minute to think about it. We'll talk about something fun in a minute. So join us in 3 or 4 minutes after these commercials. And please support our sponsors because they are what allows us to continue on the air. God bless. Talk to you after.
Are you having plumbing or septic problems? No worries. Call Cartwright's Queen Creek Plumbing and Septic Service. Been in the Valley since 1996. Family owned and operated. Proudly serving East Valley and surrounding areas. With a full range of services from drain cleaning, septic tank pumping, general maintenance and repairs, inspections for the sale of your home. They provide excellent and courteous service for all your plumbing and septic needs. We're not satisfied till you are satisfied. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Call today. Cartwright's Queen Creek Plumbing and Septic Service. Contact Denise at 480-987-8051. That's 480-987-8051. Our family pets are such a big part of our lives. That's why Kelly's Critter Clips of Queen Creek and Sun Lakes has been providing pet grooming services for over 10 years. Your dog's comfort is very important to us, so we take the time to treat your pet with care, love, and professional attention it deserves. We welcome any size and breed and feature shampoo and conditioning, styling, flea and tick dips, ear cleaning, nail trimming, and so many other services that will leave your pet looking good and smelling good and feeling great, all at an affordable price. Located in Queen Creek and Sun Lakes, call now for an appointment, 480-655-5066. Kelly's Critter Clips. Are you ready to start taking control of your future and maximize your earning potential? Central Arizona College has smaller class sizes and personalized attention to help you compete in today's tough job market. CAC now serves Santan Valley and Queen Creek. The CAC Santan Center is located in the shops at Copper Basin on Hunt Highway, behind Barrow's Pizza. Stop in and see how taking classes at CAC costs a fraction of a state university, and your credits can transfer. So, if you want to earn real money, you need to learn real skills at Central Arizona College. Enroll in classes today by calling 480-677-7825 or visit www.centralaz.edu or call 480-677-7825 or visit www.centralaz.edu. Central Arizona College, your college, your way. If your carpets are dirty, grouting out so pretty, couches and love seat look like the kitty, give Riggs Services Carpet Tile and Stone Cleaning a call. Riggs Services Carpet Tile and Stone Cleaning is a local family-owned company who truly care about the service you receive. They guarantee 100% satisfaction. You deserve it. Contact Riggs Services Carpet Tile and Stone Cleaning at 602-492-6355.
Okay, go ahead and play the interview.
Well, first of all, let me tell people that those reality shows are kind of popular for whatever reason.
Sounds weird.
This is like a reality show. We're going in the studio trying to figure this stuff out.
We're trying to make it sound like it's 1970. That's why it sounds like this.
Oh, it's not even working, is it?
What's going on? Not happening. Let's try it on your mic. No.
Thank you for having me this morning.
What a great event you put on here.
You know what, we're really excited. We weren't quite sure of the turnout.
Nah, we need the just put it on a regular mic. Any one of them, even that one.
Oh, yeah, I'm back on.
Not anymore.
Okay. Well, that's not going to work, guys.
You
All
sure?
right, it was a great idea. Is it playing right now?
I
No,
think
just turn it off.
I think it'll work
Turn it on for
on
1
one of
second.
these other mics.
All right, everybody, this is fun. This is like the funnest thing I've done all day.
Okay, it's back on.
Of course, you'd have to know what kind of a day I've had.
Right now, it's the right opportunity to pursue that American dream.
And we had CC.
No, not live.
All right, so we will be able to play those next week. And today we are going to do a call-in.
Yeah, we'll for sure play them next week.
All right.
I apologize for Tom.
No.
I apologize for myself. Thanks.
Well, and actually, I gave those to Tom as WAV files. Should have tried to convert them myself, but man, again, my schedule has been just.
We just need to send Tom to converting class.
Please do. No, they sounded great earlier, so my bad.
Well, were they even sounding loud on your computer?
They were not.
I'm pretty sure he
Oh.
messed up the whole thing. But you know what? None of that. Just kidding, Tom.
Sorry, everybody.
All right. So call in. What's the number again? I told you I'd memorize it by today, didn't I?
You did, and that was a promise.
It was a
But you know
promise.
what? I knew you were kidding, so don't
I
feel
wasn't
bad
kidding.
about it.
I just wasn't kidding.
480.
745. Wait. 1033.
2-4.
Mark has failed. That was.
I should have been looking around. It's probably on a screen somewhere. If I just looked around,
It's right there
found it.
always on that screen.
Oh, well, that's never a screen I can see.
That's true.
So you don't put.
All right, so
those-
what's the challenge? Call in and ask any question you
Any
want
question.
regarding Joe and his weird habits, Mark and his weird habits.
I don't have weird habits.
his secret habits,
We could talk. We could talk politics. That always gets interesting.
politics. What else? Costa Rican monkeys. I don't know where that came
Wow.
from.
This
Joe's and the monkeys. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, totally.
Well, should we go down to Costa Rica again, or should we check out Panama? That's the question.
You mean in the time slot of the show today?
No. When we go next time, are you going to try to go?
Yeah, I'm open to Panama, Costa Rica, all those countries like the little Honduras. So I'll throw a little Belize in there.
Let's do Belize.
Yeah, I've been to Belize.
So anybody out there been to any of these places, call up and tell us where to go.
You know, you'd be amazed how many people I've talked to who have been to Costa Rica when I was making that trip there.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's very Americanized is what I've heard. I've never been there, but I heard that it's very pro-American, that we supplied them with a lot of their guns and butter, that kind of thing.
There are some things there that are very Americanized. There are some things there that shocked me. In fact, this will be interesting for our listeners to hear. I was surprised by the level of poverty in some areas of Costa Rica. Very surprised by it. And in fact, one of the reasons I went down, of course, the main reason, was to look at outsourcing, because currently we're outsourcing to the Philippines, and I was looking at outsourcing to Costa Rica and wanted to go check it out. I had done all the internet research, and there's just nothing like putting your feet on the ground, right? And when we got there to San Jose, the culture shock for my wife was much more than me, but even me in a way. The San Jose is like it's similar to going to Tijuana, to the bad part of Tijuana. Narrow streets with dumpy shacks. All the buildings, almost, not all, but most, have the bars in the window. And they tell you it's one of the safest places to go. In fact, you told me that, Joe. It's one of the safest places to be.
But there's bars-
I didn't
bars
expect
and
you to
windows?
come back, though. I'd picked up a life insurance policy on you.
We were driving one day just outside of San Jose in what we thought would be small little cute suburbs.
Now, where is San Jose? Is that in the middle,
That's in the
left
middle.
coast, east coast?
And one thing I can say for Costa Rica, it does have great weather and beautiful temperatures. It's great, and most of it's very green. Although we went at the tail end of their summer. Their summer is January through April, and we went at the end of April. So it was the tail end of their summer. So parts of it, when we went to the west coastal area. It was similar to the San Diego this time of year, a little bit drier, Golden Hills type dry. But then when we went into the volcano area called Arenal, beautiful. Even
Now that's surrounded by rainforests.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. In fact, one of the things we did is follow this little dirt road that was a four-wheeler road. We're in a rental car that's not a four-wheeler, and we get to this waterfall. It's about 40 feet wide and 50 feet high, and nice large pool at the bottom to swim in, and it was raining a little bit, and we swam. It was perfect weather, so it wasn't cold.
Were there other folks out there, or is this like desolate?
About 8 other people were there, 4 or 5 locals, and three or four gringos who'd made their way in as well. And we were able to go behind the waterfall. You know how that's always cool to do, and swim around. It was just great day. And then driving from there to Arenal was just beautiful.
To where?
Arenal, I think is how they pronounce it. In Norwegian, you say Arenal. I don't know how you say it in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish very well. But that drive was incredible. Again, small, windy, country-type roads. But what was nice about it is, first of all, the buildings, when you do come to those, fewer of those had the bars in them. Because that kind of bugged me to have bars in the windows of all the houses there. But still the poverty in many areas. But this area tended to have a little bit less of that poverty look and feel to it.
Now, did you drive from one side to the other side?
We flew we spent a week there is all, and flew into San Jose, spent a couple of days there, went to the Mormon temple there, went to church there, that's an experience in and of itself, I can tell you. Different experience. And then drove from there to the West Coast, spent a day there. Everybody kept telling me it was one of the best places in the world to snorkel. Nah, I disagree. It was a lousy snorkeling place.
But you've done a lot of world traveling.
Yeah, but that was a lousy snorkeling place. I mean, it was a great surfing. We went to a beach that they said was good for snorkeling. It was great. Most of the beach was great for surfing. They said it was good for snorkeling, excuse me. Most of the beach was good for...
Well, that's just like the North Shore on Oahu. In the wintertime, you can't even get within a foot of the ocean itself because the waves...
I may have been in the wrong
Yes,
time
exactly.
of year.
So in the summertime, there's times you can go out there like Waimea or Sunset or Bonsai, and it is glass. You can just float around, and the reason why there's big waves is because of all the stuff underneath, which is the coral, the lava rocks, and little caves and the tubes and stuff. That's what makes the big monster waves.
That's good to know.
Did you see any orcas or great whites?
I don't know I know what a great white is. What's an orca?
A whale.
The killer
black
whales.
and white whale.
That would tell you it's the wrong time of the year.
Free Willy.
Well, I was brave enough to get out there and try a couple of times, and what I found is if you worked with the waves...
Surf? You try to surf?
Snorkel.
Oh, snorkel.
So I'm out in these waves snorkeling. And the first time out, I not dang near drowned, but you get the salt in there and stuff if you're not used to what you're doing, and it's been a while since I'd snorkeled. But the second time I said, all right, I'm going to get out there, and I took the spot that was the most rocky, because I figured that's where I'll see the fish, right? And sat down, put on it was about waist deep until a wave came that was over my head deep, right? So I sat down, watched the next wave come, quickly getting on my fins, waiting for that wave, and when the wave came, I just flopped on my belly, hung onto one of the rocks while the wave went, and then I followed the wave out, right? And that was cool. And then I did see some cool stuff. I saw some of those really flat fish and stuff like that.
Nice.
But it wasn't what I expected for great snorkeling.
Best snorkeling off of Maui, Lanai.
Lanai.
I go there every single time over on the islands, and it's just beautiful.
Do we seriously have a caller on a talk about whatever you want?
They want to send us to Honduras probably or something. Out of the country, that's for sure.
Do we?
Well, first you got to turn your mic.
Do we have you on there, caller?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
We just wanted to get someone to call us.
we're
not even sure why. We're kind of lonely in the studio.
Everything was falling apart today, and we just wanted to chat.
You just wanted someone to call you?
Yeah. Who do we got?
Oh, this is Derek.
Hi, Derek. Yeah, we actually had all these wonderful things planned for tonight that fell through, so we're just chatting about Costa Rica or anything on our mind. What's on your mind?
Tell Derek though how to win the $100 from Olive Garden.
What's on my mind? Let's see.
But you got to be nice though.
Today, the heat is trying to get used to the heat.
You're not used to the heat yet? Where are you from?
Well, I'm a native here.
And you're not used to the heat yet?
No. I work indoors, and they keep it around like 55 degrees indoors, and then you go outdoors, and it's about 100 degrees, and
Derek
gotta
Derek
get used to it.
Derek just hit one of my pet peeves, by the way. One of my pet peeves about Arizona is when it's hot outside, they turn the air conditioning so low you got to wear a flipping jacket. What's that all about?
You must hate me.
Yes, by the way.
Oh,
not
thanks,
on that,
Mark.
but- well, I've complained before about the... So, Derek, isn't that a bummer, though, when you're in work and it's cold and you come out and it's hot? And don't you wish they'd just crank it up a little bit so it's like 78, 79, 80, 81 degrees inside?
The line's
Oh,
always
yeah.
ring when people
You
are on
have
the
to crank
phone.
it up and crank it down just a bit, 78. But we
Yeah.
keep our house at like, 75, and then work is 55, and outside is, 100.
See, and we keep our house at about 79 to 81.
Me too. 78 degrees.
Wow.
I still have the windows open.
that's-
I've
that's
yet to turn the
serious?
air on. I've yet to turn the air on.
No, Derek, this will interest you. So on the Costa Rica thing, we go into stores to shop, and none of them have air conditioning because most of the year it's not important. But during the summer, it was getting a little bit warm, and so Shelley was just,
We're going to tell you really quick about the Olive Garden thing, Derek. Hold on.
Olive Garden.
Uh-huh.
You got two ways of doing it, Derek. You got a pen?
Okay.
You
It's
can-
very
yeah.
simple. It's very simple.
We're going to draw names tomorrow from all of those that either text or email me. So the text, you put in one word, free dinner, with no space, free dinner.
Uh-huh.
And then for the phone number, you just put in 5 numbers, 96362. That's what you put for the number you're going to text to, 96362. And then in the message, you put free dinner is one word, and push your send button, and that should work. If it doesn't work, then I've messed up, but I think that works.
So that's where we're at. Hey, we're going to grab another call. Derek, you're awesome, dude. Don't forget to text that so you get a great chance to win. Okay, buddy?
But yeah, that
All
wasn't.
right, thank you.
Thank
All right.
you, Derek.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, you take the other line while I explain this thing on
They
storage.
dropped off. And
Call again. Whoever just called, call again.
They will. We've missed 7 calls while we're on that phone.
7 calls on a Costa Rican
That's
night.
correct.
So we'd go into stores, and my wife, she's not used to humid. I like the humidity, but it'd be a little humid, a little warm.
If you're in shorts and a t-shirt or a tank top, humidity is great.
I love humidity.
I can't. No, I can't deal with that any longer. I mean, I grew up in that. I mean, being here in the dry heat is just wonderful.
Oh man,
Absolutely wonderful.
Because to me, dry. Maybe it's a psychological thing. Dry to me means
All right, here we go.
brown and ugly, and humid means green and beautiful.
This is Joe. You got the studio here,
Somebody
KQCK.
already win your little radio contest.
No, here's what we're doing on the radio contest. We're actually going to draw tomorrow, so you still have 24 hours. Well, not quite 24. I'll probably draw it about middle of the day, but certainly today you can either text free dinner to 96362 in your cell phone, or you can email me at Mark. No, it's not Mark. It's MWinsor at windsorterrado.com because I'm doing it on behalf of the law firm. So MWINSOR at WindsorTerrado TIRADO.com. Those are the two
That's
ways.
too much for anyone to know.
Really? Is that too much?
It is. That's a lot.
It's $100.
It's easier to just call in like this.
and
We
we
would
were
say that off the air. Then give your email address to Joe off the air, and then we'll put you in the drawing. How about that? Anybody else that wants
All
to
right,
call,
we'll-
talk to Joe and give me your email address.
It's going to be ringing off the hook. Everyone
No, it
wants to
won't.
talk to me, right?
You got it, baby.
All right. All right.
All right,
All right. We're
Joe, you go
entering
off the air with
We're
her.
entering you right
You
in
enter.
1 minute. I'm going to enter you in.
All right.
All right.
What was her name, Baby?
You're awesome.
Or was that your name?
Her name's Baby, too.
No, that was Joe.
My name's Baby. Her name's Baby.
Baby too. Couple of babies.
All right, Baby.
Thank you
We'll
for
see
calling.
later.
Thanks, Baby.
Bye.
So we're getting close to that volcano area, I don't know. And we hit this valley that I am not kidding was like heaven on earth. It was beautifully green, rolling hills. They had some windmills off in the distance.
Windmills?
Oh yeah, it was like just.
He's making all this up. There's
I
no
am
windmills
not
in Costa
making-
Rica.
I think he was in Ireland.
I-
No. By the way, it
There's
looked
no
like-
such thing as R&R
I-
in Costa Rica. Or San Jose. That's in
Ireland-
California. I know that for a fact.
Ireland with that's very funny. Ireland with good weather though, and it was raining a little bit, but again, nice, comfortable rain. That was a good.
Just
temperature.
a light, very cool mist.
So then we
that
come in and we can
Feels
see,
good on your
Very
skin. You just want to
refreshing.
touch yourself and just rub yourself a little bit.
Makes you
we
want
can
to
see-
shave a little bar of Irish Spring.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's what
So
I'd
we
be
could see
doing.
Lake Ardenal in the distance there, and we were flying by the seat of our pants, not registering any hotels or any of that, reserving hotels until we got to a place, except for the first one flying in the country, of course. And so we just saw this cute little quaint place and turned in, and sure enough, they had a vacancy, and it was the cutest place. And
Bed and breakfast.
bed and breakfast, neat place. Well, sort of. I mean, it was Costa Rican style bed and breakfast. So they had their little lodge thing, and then they had a Norwegian rekkehus. What do you call
All right,
it?
we're taking another one without screening.
Without screening. You're brave. We haven't done this for a long time.
You're on the air right now with Joe, Mark, and Tom. Who do we have?
Just first name.
They're like,
See?
sorry.
Forget that.
Yeah.
Because they're used to
Wrong
me picking
number.
it up going, all right, let me get your message.
All right, screen them. You're going to scare all of our
No,
callers
I'm not
away.
screening them today.
All right,
no
everybody
screening.
call. Be
Flying.
aware that he's flying,
Flying
off the
from
seat
the
of his pants.
Yeah, right.
All right, back to the other story, though.
Okay, because that was a good one. I was listening
So we're going
to
to talk
that.
about the poverty for a
All
minute.
right.
So we're driving. This is day 2, as I recall. Day 2. We're driving outside of San Jose, which is again in the middle part of the country. And we're driving north out of the city.
I got a question regarding
Yes.
the rental car. Was it like a Pinto or what were they rent you over there?
A little Toyota
Toyota?
stick shift. I should not have gotten a stick shift because it's so hilly. And,
Right.
And it was a weird clutch thing that I'm not. Of course you're not used
Were
to
you
a
rolling
clutch.
back into people?
Okay, not into it, but man, it was scary at times. I killed it probably 7 or 8 times on hills and did some screeching type things. It was scary. But we turned the corner on this one stretch, and they had people had squatted on land right next to the road and had built little shacks out of tin and wood that clearly they had just found around places, right? So it wasn't matching, and there was a string of them. We videotaped it, but very, very sad. And we asked later and found out that in Costa Rica, that's legal. You just squat.
No zoning, right?
No,
Just do whatever you
I don't know
want.
if they have
kind of
no
thing.
zoning, but they
What are
do
we
allow
talking about? You just squat.
Squatters.
Squatters.
What?
Squatters. In fact, even at a bus stop.
Like
once
anywhere along the street, you just stop and squat?
I don't know if they let it anywhere.
No,
They
he's not
built
talking
them
about number 2. He's talking about
I just missed that. I'm sorry.
building houses. They build these little these shacks that are 10 by 12 or 10 by 10, 12 by 12,
Gotcha.
that type. Little teeny shacks, and families were in there.
no electricity, no nothing, no running
Can't
water.
Imagine they've got electricity.
Did they like set up shop, like cook for you? The people
Not the
that
ones
drove by? No,
not those. No, but they're just that's where they live. We saw one that was set up. That was probably 8 by 8 right next to a bus stop in downtown San Jose. I don't know if it's downtown, but in the busy part of San Jose. We just saw weird stuff. Enough to where my wife finally said, I don't care if I ever go to San Jose again.
What about wildlife? Did you? We were joking about the monkeys. Did you see?
We saw lots of cool wildlife. We again back to the volcano areas where we saw most of it, because it was birds everywhere, of course.
Like
And
parakeets and all that kind of stuff, like the big giant macaws and stuff, or
Didn't see any giant ones, but yeah, I saw some parakeets, all kinds of different birds. We saw these things that are related to raccoons. Joe knew the name.
Quadamundis.
Quadamundis, a bunch of those. Saw one of them fall out of a tree and limp away.
That's very rare to find them falling out of trees.
Yeah, they were fighting up there.
Probably
They fell
going. It was
out.
probably an apple tree.
It was. Oh, what's the name?
Going for the apples.
Yeah, very funny. Ghana. What are those things called?
They're kind of like bananas, but they're not quite
They
as big.
they actually look like kiwi, but a harder shell on the outside. It's kind of what they look like. These kinds.
See that? Kind of like bananas.
We
Yeah.
did see some banana trees and
Well,
took
here's
a
another
picture
one.
by
You ready
banana
for this?
trees. You're gonna put them on live. I hope they know that.
You're on the air with Joe, Mark, and Tom. Who do we have?
Anne Marie.
Hi, Anne Marie. Welcome and thanks for being brave and going straight on the air. Or did you know you're going to be straight on the air?
Probably not.
No.
So Anne Marie,
what are you wearing right now?
you know what? Cut that out. We
Oh,
don't
sorry.
do that. Mark was ready to
I'm
hit
shocked. Yes.
Mark said that. Who
Anne
said,
Marie,
who
thank
said
you for
that?
calling. Don't let them
Joe?
intimidate you, Anne Marie.
you. But on a serious note, you want to get into the Olive Garden giveaway, right?
Yes.
Is that why you called, or did you call because you knew that our
'Cause they
show
like
was
Tom.
disjointed tonight and you wanted to help us make it an interesting show?
Just say yeah.
No, Olive Garden, come on.
Oh,
All right,
she's
all
hungry.
right, all right. So are you able to text or email, or do you want to give your information to Joe offline?
And can you take Joe when you go?
No, all you have to, if you take me, almost a guaranteed win.
Are you going to give him a different way to register?
No, just all you have to do is text, and you know what? These are legit contests. I swear. We can even video the draw. But all you have to do is text free dinner to 96362.
That's
This
one
is
word.
not like $4 a minute or anything. It's free.
Are you able to do that, Anne Marie? Do you know how to text on your phone to those short numbers?
I know how to text 96362.
Yeah, it's a short code, 96362, and you put one word in the message. Free dinner is one word. Free dinner.
But can you do us a favor? Can you tell us a good story about something fun? Our guest didn't show up today, and then we had some files that were encoded wrong, so we're pretty much just,
Well, we hadn't planned on guests, actually. We had actually planned on playing
On
this segment.
legit
Well,
interviews.
let me
Anne
ask-
Marie, you're our guest right now.
I
You're
want to
the
ask.
guest.
Yeah, I want to ask Anne Marie a couple of questions. Have you ever been to Costa Rica, Anne Marie?
I've never been there.
Have you ever been to Wyoming?
Yes.
Okay, they're about the same.
Jackson Hole for skiing?
All right, they're not quite
I was
the
wondering
same.
where you were going with that, Mark.
Hey, let's ask this. Anne-Marie, what's the furthest away place you've ever been?
Furthest away place I've ever been?
Furthest away from Arizona. I mean, you could be calling from New York for all I know, I guess.
No, I'm in Santander.
Okay.
You ever been to the North Pole?
No, let her
I've
think.
never been to the North Pole. I would have to say probably Virginia.
Virginia, that's right. I love Virginia. There's probably parts of Virginia that look a little similar to Costa Rica. Green and nice and beautiful. I love
It's
Virginia.
very beautiful and has lots of history there.
Yes, we love the architecture. And that's one thing we did not like about Costa Rica is that, man, again, the housing situation was depressing, to say the least. Although, again, there were some areas where there were beautiful houses and beautiful properties, but there was so much poverty. It was very sad.
All right, Anne Marie, I'm sure you probably don't want to listen to just sit here and listen on the phone. But
She
hey, I
does.
want to thank you for calling in, and I'm going to put you in twice.
You get to
Don't
be
tell
raised
Mark.
twice?
Don't tell Mark. Put you in twice.
One for Anne and one for Marie?
'Cause that's right. How did you know? So there you go. It's going to be
Hey, thank you
Marie,
for calling,
Anna,
Anne Marie, and helping
and
our
Anna
show
Marie.
make it through the night.
Thanks for calling in, okay? And that's a serious thing about throwing that text to Mark here because we want you to go to Olive Garden.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Hey, thanks again. Thanks again for calling in. All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
By the way, I personally think this has been an interesting show, and we only got 7 minutes left. So I think
Oh,
it's
you're
been a great
kidding me.
show.
We're just getting started.
I know.
Can we go another hour?
I hope so.
I know.
You know, the worst part is every time someone calls, I look and someone else is calling, but I don't ever want to cut them off because I like when people talk on the air, you know? It's like, we'll get another call, I'm sure.
So can you?
No screening. Today's a National No Screening Day.
I like it.
I've made that point.
All right, but we don't have a bleep button, so be.
We really don't. And
So-
everyone's been so good.
Except for Tom. Have you noticed that?
I'm so impressed. Oh, hold on a minute.
It's all the sugar I've been eating. I walk in here and he offers me taffy. You know, I'm sugar high.
They hung up. Was that what that was all about?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, this has been a fun show. I've got to admit, we've got time for a couple more calls. To anybody wants to be brave.
You know what though? That was pretty natural and cool. What are you wearing, by the way?
Yeah, you can't ask that on.
He was just doing a survey.
I was very curious.
It's National What Are You Wearing Day. You didn't know that, Mark?
There's See, I'm having a mind blank on the guy that sings.
Anne Marie songs.
No, there's a funny guy who sings tons
Anne-Marie?
and tons of. What's his name?
Weird Al.
Sings The
Weird
Streak.
Al.
I like Weird Al. It's not him though.
He sings The Streak?
He sings The Streak. What's that guy's
Oh, here
name?
we go.
like a 1960s song.
Yes,
or
he's a
something like
'60s guy. But one of his songs about
You're live on the air.
That kind of calls that you just.
Hello?
Hello?
You're live on the air. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Who's this?
Selena.
Oh, it's my daughter. Oh. You won the Olive Garden tickets.
that. Yeah, automatically. But you got to take Daddy.
It's not rigged, but you won.
Whoa, good timing. Well, if you had something to tell me that's personal, it's probably not a good time.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Because you
a good
really
time.
are on the air.
Probably not a good time.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Felina.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Felina.
Felina.
Stick with Felina duct tape products. All right.
She's probably calling. When are you going to cook dinner, Daddy?
She's like,
By the way, I'm
she's like,
serious.
would you be quiet?
Again, before coming, not only did I talk to my neighbor about listening, which would probably be her first time, I was on the phone.
First and last.
For first and last. I was on the phone with somebody who is the sister of a very good friend of mine from years ago who's moved out of state. And he referred her to call me about some legal questions. And I told her, you ought to listen to the show tonight. Oh, I definitely will. So I gave her the time and the station.
You get 2,500 professionals all listening to this show from the place you went to in that seminar. And they're like, what?
Oh, that's a good point.
That's right. Sorry, CPLC.
The
Actually.
CEOs and
just
all the companies are
lost.
like,
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, well.
Hopefully
And-
they caught my dog training
Well,
show.
you know, they actually invited us to. One of them invited us to do another show at. In fact, this is good. You better write this down. Not ever say that I didn't tell
Like
you.
July
about this.
16th or July 17th
No, 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 no.
or something like that? July something or other?
It is July.
Oh, that's right,
but
I got that
thought it was
message.
is it the 16th or 17th?
I don't know.
It's in mine.
We'll figure it out.
But I've got to get you that date right now because we should be doing a show at the Phoenician in
Yes.
Scottsdale.
Do they supply lunches or?
You brought
Was
up
that
the
out
food
loud?
that time.
I'm so hungry right now.
Me too.
You guys, we have popcorn and cheese. I brought, what are those, cheese balls?
They disappeared. Those ended. Somebody ate the last ones the other day.
All my texting stopped about 20 minutes ago, and I figured out it's because I forgot to turn on my phone when I switched batteries, just so you know.
Got 3 more minutes. Can we get one more caller to call in to ask about? Tell us about Belize or something, or Costa Rica or Honduras
Or Panama. Our next
Panama.
We're considering
Where
Panama.
we're going to go. Are you really? Is that a place to outsource?
Yes.
I'm excited
It's not-
about the wahoo and shark fishing there. It's the best in the world in Panama.
Is it? Well, we're
Cabo. We
considering-
got to go to Cabo. That's
If we
where
want to
we're
go
at.
marlin fishing, that's
marlin,
where I like
that's
to
what
go.
it is?
That's where I like to fish.
Well, we're considering outsourcing to Panama, but I personally would rather focus on Costa Rica just because I've done so much research on that country. I seem to know it a little bit better, but
And you
but,
can buy there. You can buy a property.
you can.
You can?
Well, that's right. Your brother's going to lend us his condo for when Joe and I go and do our research on.
You know, they don't even have military there. They don't have military in Costa Rica.
No, but their police officers all have very wicked-looking machine guns. So
And they're all mean, right?
No, they're all like 15 years old.
No,
and-
I've got to tell you that it was a very friendly country. I've got to say that for Costa Rica. For the airport, my wife joked with the security guy about, is this really the friendliest place on earth? And he smiled wide and said, absolutely. And, well, he said it in Spanish.
Then he tased her.
He
Because
said,
I've got a bag full of weapons right here. Oh, God.
Correcto, I think he said, or something.
Correctamundo.
Did I tell you what happened to me when we went to Vegas and
You
we
got
went through
tased?
the metal detector?
Did you get tased?
You know what? I didn't get tased. They took my water.
Yeah, of course.
My ice water. What?
It's a
They,
liquid.
they
brand-
thought it was like nitroglycerin.
It's the first time I ever, because Marie always drinks these Smart Waters, and they're like $3. The first time I ever busted loose and bought a Smart Water, I'm like, I can't wait to open this when I get a seat.
They
and sit
took
down.
it.
The guy goes, "What do you want to do with that water? Do you want to donate it? Is it open?" I'm like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I'll donate. Here you go." He's like, "No, really." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
You're
you got to
supposed
buy
to
after the security line, not before the security line.
Yeah, and if you're before, you just go to the end of the line and drink it quick. Of course, then you got to run to the restroom afterwards. But.
Yeah, he knows. Tom knows. You got to buy that Smart Water when it's $7, not $2.89, because everything doubles after security.
Yeah, no, they limit all that kind of stuff right now. All right.
I
Well,
think we scared away our callers,
I did
our
know-
listeners,
well, we had
and
two-
all the
couple more
people at the
minutes, yeah.
seminar.
this has been the weirdest show I've done for a long, long, long time.
It's been quite a while.
But it was fun.
I hope that nobody that listened to the Dog Trainer show caught this show, because then they may never listen to that one again.
But I've got a challenge for everybody out there, all my listeners. If you thought this was the weirdest show you've heard in a long time, go to my Facebook and click like.
And then we'll know.
No, you'll post it tomorrow. So click like on this show because you'll have the show posted here tonight, probably, right?
The coolest thing is,
Yeah,
it won't
yeah.
actually mean you liked the show. It'll mean you thought it was weird.
Yeah, exactly. But
We'll
nobody
only
else will
be-
know that.
Nobody will have to know any other. We'll know the difference.
That's right. So go click like on my website.
I got a question. How come he gets an email address and I don't get an email address?
Do
I have an email address?
Absolutely.
Tom at KQCKlive.com.
Sweet.
And
That'll
after
be
tonight, they're going to
set up
start
on-
going to you when
Is
people
Tom,
email you there.
Is that what you want? Is Tom? Because mine's
Sure.
just Mark at KQC.
Sure.
Isn't that my
Sure.
Mark at KQCKlive?
Yours is Mark.
So we could have done that for the free dinner.
We could have done anything you wanted because it's the Mark Winsor show.
All right, one last chance. If anyone's still listening at 6 o'clock before we sign off, Olive Garden,
You'll be live on the air.
if you can't figure out the texting thing, no, you don't have to be live on the air.
Oh, gotcha.
Send an email. Do you think these emails will get to me?
You know what? They won't yet because I haven't had a chance to fix that, or you'd have all that mail from before.
All right, tonight after midnight, when are you going to fix it?
If you mailed, the good thing is if you emailed Mark 4 months ago, he's going to get them tomorrow.
Oh, okay, so they can still email. I just won't get it. Okay, but you got to fix it so I can see them tomorrow. 'cause I'm
Right.
doing the
No,
drawing
no, no.
tomorrow.
I'll
So
make
they
sure
could.
it's fixed.
It's an alternative to mwindsor at windsortoronto.com. They can email
Mark it.
at KQCKlive.com. All right, they can handle that. That's not too confusing.
Or you can email Tom at KQCKlive.com
no,
or Joe.
No, it's my drawing.
No. Mark is so selfish with his drawings.
I'm kidding you. All right, this has been a weird show, but thank you for those that called in. Thank you for those who listened. Join us again next week, and God bless you.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
See you next time.
We had pre-recorded things we were going to show, and it all fell through. Hi.
Joe in studio.
Good to meet you. Hi there, I'm Tom Diller. Hi.
Design fresh fruit arrangements that are a practical and healthy gift, perfect for every occasion. They feature a wide variety of delicious items to choose from, including mouth-watering chocolate-dipped strawberries, juicy pineapple, and melon arrangements, just to name a few. Contact Edible Arrangements at 480-655-6464. That's 480-655-6464.
Remember, perfect for any occasion. Edible Arrangements.
It was enlightening.
Oh, you talked about your Costa Rica trip?
A little bit, as much as people listen to me.
When you visit Hill Family